Golf Central on YouTube is brought to you by the new Paradigm Woods and Irons from Callaway.
And hello again and welcome. I'm Rich Lerner and this is your Golf Central update. Day one of the WGC-Dell Technologies match play in the marquee matchup. Jon Rahm, world number 2, against Rickie Fowler, resurgent and trying to play his way into the Masters, needs a quarterfinal appearance or better to get the job done, and off to a great start with a 2-1 win over Big Spain. Rickie after his match with Todd Lewis down in Austin, Texas.
Rickie Fowler blossoming in his match against Jon Rahm today, getting the victory. You were 2 down your first 3 holes. What were you able to do out there to flip the script and ultimately win the match?
A little shaky start. I thought I hit a better shot into 1 and ultimately make bogey, and Jon made a nice 3 on number 3. So, yeah, kind of behind the 8 ball pretty quickly. Just had to kind of stay patient and relied on iron play today. Haven't been driving it that well. There was some decent ones out there today, but it was tough on the greens. I missed some. Jon missed some as well. I just kept grinding, kept pushing forward. I feel like did a really good job after the first of keeping it really stress-free. Jon gave me a couple holes there with some uncharacteristic bogeys from him. That's something really don't see a whole lot of. He's a darn good player, and fortunate to come out on top.
Yeah, we talked yesterday, and you said this match was not going to be a measuring stick as to where your game is, but to get a victory against Jon Rahm, who's won 3 times this year, what does that do for your belief? Anything?
No, it was good to, with the start that being 2 down and then settling in and just kind of keep plugging along. It was more of a battle with myself and just hitting shots and. The match really could have went either way. Jon makes some more putts. We're all square type of thing. So it was more of a battle or kind of a win with myself. And ultimately, when I got in control, to continue to hit some good shots, give myself looks, and basically stayed in control. I was closer than him a lot of times, and. Definitely a key one was 13 when he made birdie, and then I was able to make one on top of him to kind of keep the momentum going in my end.
Rickie on the face, Billy Horschel on day number 2. Keep in mind, Jon Rahm is by no means out of this. This is group play, and the last 3 match play champions, in fact, all lost a match in group play before going on to win it all. How about Rory McIlroy? He won the match play back in 2015. Been tinkering with his equipment, the driver and the putter specifically. Didn't have a whole lot of trouble dispatching Scott Stallings 3-1. And after his victory, Rory chatted with Todd.
Rory McIlroy never trailed in his match, able to hold off a little bit of a push by Scott Stallings, and you did so with some new products in your bag, a shorter length shaft in your driver, and a new putter. How do you feel like you held up with those equipment?
I thought really well. After I got back to the 2-up lead on 11, I felt like I drove it well for the rest of the way. Had a great drive on 13, 14, 15, 16. So whenever the perceived pressure was its highest, I hit some really good shots with the driver, which was nice to see. The putter was okay. I made some nice short ones. My speed was probably a little off with it, so maybe just go work on that. But these greens definitely are a little bit slower after the last couple of days of rain, and then the downhill ones sort of got me, and I hit those ones a little too firm. So just sort of trying to match the speed up with what I'm doing. But overall, I felt like it was a good first day out with both the driver and the putter. Given
the fact you use the putter so much, how close are you to being completely comfortable with that putter, or are you there?
I'm getting there. I think today was a step in the right direction. I hadn't played this putter in a competitive round before, so to go out there and get my first run with it and feel pretty good with it, I thought was a step in the right direction.
And finally, we documented you went and played a couple of days of practice rounds at Augusta National, coming off what was a frustrating players for you. How would you describe your emotions when you left Ponte Vedra Beach and the emotions when you left Augusta National?
Look, I was frustrated when I left Sawgrass, but I wasn't, I had a putt to basically win the tournament. at Bay Hill the week before, right? Or at least get in a playoff, not really knowing what Kurt was going to do. So I wasn't that far away. I think just with how I played and playing with Scotty, who ran away with the tournament, I think it made me feel worse about my game than I should have. But yeah, I went to Augusta and we had a great trip. Myself and Shane, both our dads, his brother, a couple of members, and it was really good fun. And it was more a fun trip rather than a scouting mission. But it was nice to get up there and sort of refamiliarize myself with the place.
And Rory will try to complete the career Grand Slam next month at the Masters. But first, trying to win a second match play title. They'll face Denny McCarthy tomorrow. McCarthy and Keegan Bradley tied their match. Neither played particularly well. Worth noting, this is a bit of an oddity. Keegan Bradley has now played 10 matches going back to 2016 at Austin Country Club. He's 0-3-7. That's right, 7 of the matches tied, has yet to win one. Jordan Spieth, good start back in Austin, where he was a superstar at the University of Texas. Spieth, in 4 of his last 5 match play appearances, has failed to make it out of group play. But out of the gates in good fashion with a comfortable victory that included a chip-in on his final hole over the Canadian Mackenzie Hughes. Here now, Jordan Spieth.
Yeah, nice playing, Jordan. You had 3 birdies, an eagle on 13, just 1 bogey, but you seem to be in pretty much control of your ball and the match today. What was the difference in your play today compared to what Mackenzie offered?
Well, there's just a couple key holes, and that happens in every match where you make one from outside of where they are and first one in wins, or you kind of, he hits a great shot, you got to hit one right on top, or the match could kind of, it's just a momentum thing. You want to just hold on to it, and it seemed like any time I might lose a little bit, I was able to win those key holes. I had one on 4, I tied the hole on 7 after he made about a 40-footer, and then the 13th, the drivable hole, I was able to make a 2 there when he was green side. So there's really 3 kind of key moments in the round that allowed me to get to Dormy with 4 to go, and then the last was a bit of luck.
You've been a part of this pool play before. How would you verbalize the importance of winning on day 1?
Well, you don't control your destiny unless you approach it as it's win or go home. So you're not in control if you lose day 1, and it's not a great feeling. You don't want to have to get help while you're also trying to still beat one of the best players in the world. So I look at it as if we're still playing in a bracket. It's just a bracket of, bracket 128, and you just got to win every match. And sometimes you get away with getting through without it, but you can't count on it.